All right, back for second round coverage of the 6th annual Persimmon Ridge Retreat here from Greenbrier, Arkansas. This is brought to you guys by MVP Discs. My name is Luke Humphreys, joined in the booth again by Mr. Tall Paul Oman.
How we doing out there, y'all?
Got a windier day today, perfect scoring conditions yesterday, so that 10 under that Marwede shot matching actually the course record because we skewed the pars a little bit for this tournament. So he shot very hot, 1061 officially on that first. I'm interested to see Parker Welck and Paul Krans. What do you know about them?
A couple new faces, some young guns coming up. Parker got his cut his teeth last year with that win at DDO, and Paul Krans, an amateur world champion. So we're going to see some good golf today.
As well as the big man, Big Germ, starting off hole 1 gold at Persimmon, 482, downhill, playing straight to that P in the R bushes. It's a perfect starting hole, man. I love a little downhill something.
Sets the tone well.
10 under, which technically matches the course record because we messed with the pars. Coming out of Alpena, Michigan, Mr. Andrew Marwede. Let's go!
Not many people have the power to take this shot on forehand. Andrew's just into that group. He's got a fantastic forehand.
Yeah, really plays to the wind today. That right to left. Kind of felt like tail on the tee pad, but I think it was playing more like a head right to left. Kind of keeping that thing out there.
Yeah.
Not letting it drift back.
Yeah, so much elevation in play. Making that shot weird.
With a first round of 8 under par, 1047 rated, coming out of Scottsdale, Arizona, Mr. Parker Welck.
Yeah, and we've got one of the best forehand-backhand combos in the game right here in Parker Welck. All the power needed to get to the bucket here. But similar to Andrew, just not getting the disc to hook up. That right to left being serious.
Yeah, as soon as that disc left flat and got to a hyzer angle, it's just getting knocked down.
That 1047 rated, 8 under par, coming out of Dudley, Massachusetts, Mr. Paul Krans.
Young guy. I think this is his first full year touring.
I was just going to ask. Nice. Happy to have him with us on the road.
Yeah, throwing MVP discs. One little wind check right there. And a pretty smooth looking shot. This is what made me think it was a little tailwind, is nothing would hold over.
Yeah.
Everything started to come back out. It was hard to get that disc right.
Rounding out this card, honored to have him on the property, coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina. You love him, Mr. Big Jerk.
I'm glad Germ decided to join us for the Eclipse party here and take part in the Persimmon Ridge tournament here.
Yeah, so much fun, man.
Yeah.
The Monday after this event is the Eclipse, and we are dead center in the path of totality. We actually I'm witnessing James Conrad pulling onto the property as we speak, doing this commentary. So it's just going to be a fun weekend. Germ suffering a similar fate, just not moving it right.
Right. Soft bid, look like.
On these windy days, it is so important to get that thing by the basket, have tap-ins instead of 20-footers. Just take that stress off yourself.
Good pace from Germ.
I saw in the comments they were calling him Cookie Monster. I guess that's his nickname. He's just a beast on the putting green. Grabbed that cookie, used it as his mini years ago, and kind of stuck with him. One of the best putters in the world.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him putt in the wind today.
Yeah.
Parker giving it a strong bid there.
A little bit of Anheuser in that right to left tail. I like it. Staying straight. I don't know too much about Paul's game, so I too am going to be witnessing it. I like that putt. Comes from low. Very direct. All right, so no birdies for this lead card, which means they're already falling behind the pace. I witnessed the chase and the third tee off, and there was definitely people birdieing this hole.
Wow.
In those groups.
No trouble, though. It's Strong pars.
Yeah. Tell us about hole 2 ball.
Little switch up today. We got the basket to the left. It's the white basket. I don't know if we're going to see it here on the drone shot.
It's a little
Similar
further, a little lefter. Yeah, there's 2 holes that we're playing different today. It's the only day we're playing them different. It's hole 2 and it's hole 16.
Yeah.
So we got a new tee shot on 16. But we saw Andy go forehand here yesterday as well. Staying up high on that cart path. Wow, getting a huge skip back down to the middle, though. I don't love it. I just feel like it's an easy backhand hyzer. He's really tuned into his game, though, so for him, I do love it. That was just a bombed mid-range from Parker.
Yeah, and I think that backhand straight at it, I'm not sure what's left. Probably 3+, 330 maybe or something from where these guys are landing. Kind of brings in that left side OB cart path on your second shot, but for the most part, it's it's a similar like tricky pin placement up on a hill, but you just can't draw in that hyzer as much. You kind of got to come flat at it.
All right, let's see what's up there.
Big forehand, getting lower down on the hill.
Yeah.
So we got a variety of angles now we're going to see into this green. Starting with a forehand from Andy.
Still taking the forehand in.
That's good play.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's just so much higher up on the hill that it feels like it's further.
Your germ's
But
going
it's
to take
almost
that steep angle over the trees.
It's a big shot.
Oh, it made it through. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I hope Jerem watches this coverage. That was incredible.
This is a good way to do it right here. Parker can see that basket. Just throwing 2 straight shots at it. I think you referenced that.
Yeah. Try and keep this to the left side of the basket. Similar spot to Andrew.
It's a tricky one to run. See how aggressive Parker wants to get. Oh. It looked great. Full commitment. Just drug just a bit to the right. Okay, just enough.
Great putt. Him and Andrew ended up in some good spots to attack that putt. Let's see where Parker got to. There's no flag on the basket, but his shirt's really telling a story.
3-putt for Parker. Getting aggressive, not paying off there. I like it, though. Starting off the second round, you got to catch up some strokes because this man right here doesn't miss them.
That's his range. Jerem nearly dunking this thing for 2.
Insane that it sat there, too.
Oh.
Hole 3, back-to-back par 4s coming up that play over par. This line on your left separating the two, coming into play, Paul.
Absolutely coming into play. I think the safe play is a right-handed forehand to keep it in play. A lot of these guys can still carry enough distance to be able to attack the green for the birdie. And today, the backhand turnover was tricky. We got some forehand specialists on this card, so I'd expect to see probably 4 forehands.
Yeah. Beautiful controlled shot from Andy. If you can get over that hill, you've done good. I referenced this yesterday. I call these make your putt par 4s. You're not going to get parked on either of these. You're going to have a circle 2 putt most likely, so just plan on it. Plan on making a putt.
Here we got a backhand coming.
Oh, it fought through, too. That looked like it was a little tight.
Wow. It got beat down as soon as it got to flat.
The more you take it around those trees, the more you're hanging it over OB. This needs a skip. Okay. Very similar to Andy.
Very.
Huge roll. Oh, and this is flipped up too much. Get back there.
Oh, man.
That's the mistake you don't want to make. Parker's not moving up very far. Maybe 120 feet. Maybe 200, it looks like.
Low beamer.
Just don't get stuck behind that cedar.
Yeah.
That's not going to be an easy up and down. It's probably achievable, but here we go. Paul Krans. Let's see if he goes big around the top or tries to shoot the gap along that cedar.
I think I misspoke earlier. This guy's a backhand specialist, not a forehand specialist. I haven't seen one forehand yet. That was money, though.
It's really smooth, too. Not a big guy. He can't weigh much over 130.
Yeah, standing next to Jeremy looks like a Lilliputian.
Oh, no. That was pulled. And that is just staying outright. Oh, and it never crossed back in.
No way.
There it is there. So he's not moving up far at all. And there's Raleigh. That is the course dog. Running around, but not distracting Andrew Marwede, or possibly distracting Andrew Marwede. That is just a little bit tight.
He's going to the backhand there.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the last we'll see of Raleigh. German, a weird spot right here. Wow. Choosing not to go over the top. Gets himself to about circle's edge. The problem with this green and being Big Germ's height is that, well, it's obvious.
Even this is a little tricky shot. Oh, he got a nice little rock.
Yeah.
Kept him close.
Being aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get it over that rock wall, but you got to keep it under the trees, so you got to push it a little bit. You don't want to slide too far past.
I mean, I halfway expected him to make it. Diving forward from a knee out of a cedar tree, but that's just a tricky putt there. All right, Germ, save bogey. Oh,
Love that.
beautiful bogey save. After that second shot to get out of here with a 5, take that any day.
Yeah, good confident putting stroke.
That third shot he had to fourth shot he had to throw, was super weird. Around the cedar. Paul to grab a birdie. Love that little putt of his, too.
Really gets the weight shifted well and just pops it.
Yeah, rocks the baby, and then from his waist, doesn't take it very high. It's kind of the opposite of the Mateo. Both of them spinning it. And no. Already through 3 holes, we see 2 3-putts from Parker. I mean, he's fast becoming just the best putter I know of.
It's good par.
Unfortunate double for Parker. He's headed the wrong direction as we head into hole 4. Sweet par 4, Paul.
Oof. Yeah, that line comes out of nowhere on the left side as you watch your disc fly forever downhill here. But kind of a tricky birdie. You got to get in a position to be able to attack. Low ceiling coming into the green. Some trees to beat, heavily guarded.
The second of the make the putt par 4s. You see rollers. You see flex shots over the top. You see a lot of people bailing out right, which is the spot to be. It's not going to be inbounds in many more tournaments out here. Just so everybody watching knows, that will soon be out of bounds, but it's not now. It's way down there. So he does have a chance of getting the bird.
Probably lining up the over-the-top shot.
I'd guess. What do you think about that? That sidewalk right over there being OB, kind of forcing people to hit a I mean, 150, 160 foot wide fairway. It's plenty big.
It's brutal.
We see the guys bailing away from that line. Andy doing the same thing. It's safe over there. Why not? Germ actually threw this shot OB first round, and it was only OB by about a half of a centimeter.
He's going for the gusto.
Goes big, but it just turns over. Similar spot to Andy.
Yeah, the wind
Paul.
playing much trickier today.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to keep this thing in bounds. I think maybe some people watched some coverage and saw that bailout zone over there to the right. You can go over the top, hit a putt like Andy Marwede, get your birdie.
There you go. None of them are going to have the angle Mr. Parker Welck has. He'll be able to play that low forehand. I like that. What's Andy doing? Going high, bailing out left.
Not worried about the wind.
That's going to be well left. Just a little spin jump putt approach, I think, from him.
I think pars are good today.
Especially on this hole.
You can try and play a similar game plan, but yesterday was just so beautiful. Just an absolute day for scoring. And
Better.
Today you're just trying to hold on and advance down the fairway, keep it in bounds, and get yourself a closer putt than you had yesterday.
No doubt. No doubt. Germ throwing a pretty similar flex shot to what Andrew threw. It looked better, but ended up about the same. And I thought we'd see a forehand, but that backhand fairway driver, it skips well, plays on that ground play really well.
Yeah.
So Parker's going to have a little jumper from 50 feet. Oh, no.
Oh.
That was a forehand roller from Paul, and it just took off right. That's not where you want to be, folks.
Windy day for some rollers.
Jump, spinner, approach.
Next hole, please.
Yep. I'll take my par and get off hole 4. Only got to play this one more time. Daunting par 4.
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at Paul. Look at those vines. Each one of those things is full of thorns. His leg is just stuck in them. Oh, beautiful shot, though. I've played upside down, slide your putter under the cedar shot from there before.
What is he in over there? Parker got a long look. Trying to get something started here.
It's just one of those holes. You can throw 2 really good shots, and you end up in the same score of the guy that bailed out. Threw a decent. You know, it's just takes really good shots to get the birdie here.
Facts.
A lot of pars. This next one, though, you're going to want to get your birdie on.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the must-gets on the course.
Hole 5, left to right, moving, low ceiling shot. I think we saw Drew Gibson go big spike hyzer yesterday. It didn't work out. Playing to this white basket. You really just want to beat this tree that's right in front of the drone right now. Use that ground hard pan to your advantage. And
Here we go.
this is a stock shot.
It's our first forehand from Paul Krans. It's almost forced on this hole. You can throw the backhand, but you're not going to be parked.
Straighten that one out. Got a bit of a kick.
That was a nice reaction. Yeah, you can get under some trees over there on that left side and just have no putt.
You can be well inside the circle with no putt.
The Tour Series Andy Marwede Avalanche from DGA here.
I think yesterday was about 6 feet. That's about 7. Averaging 72 inches on that hole.
Yeah.
Bad.
I think I saw him close his eyes.
Ooh, Germ. Kind of a little low. Oh, robbed on the skip, though.
Yeah.
I think you want to carry it further around the corner. In all honesty, you want to land it another 10, 15 around.
I got to think Germ's just licking his chops here, trying to get the ace.
Has to be. And Parker, little fast through the gap. It's only like 240, 250. You really got to be careful that you don't pop it flat
Come on, Jeremy.
Standstill spinner looked good.
Yeah, it did.
Little hyzer on that one. The rest of them have come out a little flatter, but
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, this is...
Oh my goodness, dude. It's like, yeah, you can see it maybe 40 feet with nothing.
He said, get me out of here.
I've been there, as have many of the members and locals here to Greenbrier. But it's a small hole. It's 240 feet, 250 feet, whatever it is. You can't make that mistake. After
It's
playing it
tough.
a few times, you know it.
For a lot of these forehand guys, I feel like they don't need a fast disc. You just
Yeah.
got to keep that edge, hit the ground at the right spot.
Yup. Headed into hole 6, back down the hill towards the lake in the clubhouse. Beautiful little look at the course right here. It's just a hyzer, but with this left-right wind that we're in, it's going to make it hard for the guys to get it back left as they throw it to the right around the side.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are playing up high yesterday. Might bring them down low. Try and play the skip a little more.
Paul going first. I was actually sitting on this tee box. He kind of asked me what was going on. I'd seen a card or two, told him discs weren't really getting back left enough. And he made the adjustment.
Gives himself a putt.
Yeah, it's a little short, but it got back all the way to the pin. You can see him sitting next to me on the cart right there. Andy taking a little bit of a lower route, which I do like.
Just in front of the tree. Play the skip.
Doesn't get it as far left. Circle's edge. That's
Wide open putt there.
Andy's money zone.
Yeah, I mean, when you get just behind that tree, it changes up your trajectory, makes your putt a little funky. You got to spin it a little more. He gives himself a wide open putt.
Germ. High and wide.
Gets all the skip. What's he got there? A little halo boss, maybe?
I think that's all he was throwing today.
Yeah, those things are every bit of overstable as you need them. Little flatter line from Parker.
That also looks good.
Good and high.
A little more of a stall shot there. Ends up right by Paul. So Germ's got the tap in. The rest of these guys got to make a windy putt.
Oh, my goodness.
Such good pace, balance.
Yeah. Such a direct putt, too, when he wants it to be. Doesn't have to loft it up high and drop it in, nose down.
It's got me thinking about Steph Curry hitting free throws.
Yeah.
When you watch Andrew Marwede hit circles edgers, it's just...
There's that tree putt. He got stuck behind the tree.
You were right. Yeah.
At a low ceiling, dropped down to the knee.
And these are the trees that come and play if you go long. Nice comebacker, though.
Very, very, very nice.
For Parker, making sure he doesn't three-putt again. Now, Paul, a little bit of a gusty green. You got to take your full time. Make sure that, man, that putt is good. I like it.
Yeah, you do.
Gets it out of his hand quick. You know, I think one of the troubles that spin putters run into is they delay the release and they kind of hold on to it and they miss
Pull it.
right.
Yeah.
And he's just making sure that doesn't happen, getting that disc out of there.
I think it's that shoulder placement. Just, I don't know.
Whatever it is, you guys slow it down, mimic it. It's a beautiful stroke. And this is a beautiful par 4 right here, under 600 feet. Doesn't require long shots. It's just hard to get distance on those.
Yeah, this first shot is tough. I know guys are going over the top, but that driving flat line, you gotta. What's Andy doing here? No. It's a little pulley. He almost looked like he was going to go up high, but just driving this one through those trees, past the gap. If he gets past him, perfect. If not, come back for some more advice.
This is a technical shot right here.
those trees.
Yeah, those are the trees. And if that would have skipped over there by the path, not past the path, but by the path, that would have been a great approach area. Hard to access with a backhand.
Sit down for him.
Cut it through the tree
Wow.
like that. It's going to be pretty far away from the basket, but that is the angle to attack.
That right side is nice. You get tucked on the left side, and it's just tough to access the basket.
Parker just a little high. You really got to throw this thing like 5-6 feet off the ground. Just hit one of those Calvin Heimberg laser beams.
It's a laser shot.
Okay.
He's getting it to pop back out to the middle.
Yeah. You get off the road on this one. Definitely best to take your medicine. Get back to the middle.
Play a little golf.
Just a little high again, I think, from Parker, the man they call Pete.
Do they?
Yeah. He's part of that AB, him, his
Ooh.
crew. And
I like that low flat line. It's probably tough to get all the way to the basket, but he hit that well.
it's just subtly uphill.
Yeah.
Hard to even tell until you get to the basket and turn around.
Jeremy
This has got to watch out.
taking a backhand shot and turning it into a forehand.
Twice. Twice is a dogleg
And look
left.
where he's at. What a magnificent play.
You don't see many people get up there.
And really, that OB cart path tightens up towards the green, too.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of comes out of nowhere.
Good looking shot from Andy. Big skip, nicks the branch, pushes it a little forward, stays out of the trees.
Yep.
Parker over here on this left side. Oh, that's a beautiful recovery shot.
Ooh, a little tree dove.
Not that he needed it, but okay. Little birdie look.
Whoa.
Really?
Like
He's
a
got it
glitch or
like
something?
that.
Wonder what
Must
that
have been.
was. That was a nice little frisbee
He just
toss.
kind of leans back and then frisbee tosses it.
Yeah.
A little spin. Charm.
I don't even need to see the catch cam. The body language. He wanted that one. This is a tricky green, too. From distance, if you're short outside, those trees really create a tough ceiling.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can see this wind is having its way
Look
here.
at Andy. He's in the middle of a windstorm.
He is jamming.
And it literally didn't look like his disc was affected at all.
No.
Just feels like he's not going to make many mistakes this week. Pretty
I
locked
like it.
in.
I like his play. He's not getting aggressive if he's not in position. He's just taking some pressure off of himself by throwing some stock shots and getting back into position.
Yeah.
He just needs to get somewhere near the basket. And it seems like his putting stroke is just
Yeah.
very, very healthy.
Here we are, the home of the fastest par 5 ever played. Except it's not even a par 5 anymore. We changed it. It's a par 4, 10-10, playing tricky this week. It is downhill. But today it's playing like into the wind, right?
If you want this birdie, you've got to get a hold of one here. You can see dust blowing up under Andy's feet.
Just got to make sure you don't turn it over early
Yeah.
or hyzer out too far left.
I think the wise man and Andy knows he just needs to place this inbounds and get himself a 4. Other men may just feel more inclined to let it rip,
Yeah.
but this is one you don't really need to mess around with.
Ooh. Little pivot.
She got a Halo boss.
Look at this. Oh,
And you
no.
get a cart skip, you dirty
Is that the
dog.
tree? 600 feet down there.
I'm walking over to his trailer right now. I got to talk about this.
What?
He's trying to sell Halo bosses off a cart path.
Unreal. That is so far down. I think it's like right behind the tree, though, now that I'm...
It could be tricky, but I mean, he's probably just
What a shot.
jolly as a giant.
No doubt.
Threw They're farther than anybody else in the tournament all weekend.
Yeah, he's definitely a giant. Ooh, and
That's a
Parker.
nice move.
A little safer than Germs.
Wow.
Getting plenty of distance.
For his stature, man. I mean,
He pops it, man.
he's not a small guy. He's not a big guy. He's just, for his size, he just uncorks.
He's a very athletic guy. Is this going to hold? It is. Paul Krans getting full flight on this one. And that's just showing you how far this hole's playing today. Good drive. Pretty good attempt there.
Yeah.
He'll be about 150 short, pitching up for his par. Andy wants no part of getting the big bird. He's going to take that easy par.
I love it.
I do too. Controlling his game.
Did a lot of work yesterday.
Big shot. Come on. Finish up. Oh, look at that.
Have some edge.
Just pushing straight.
Oh,
You can't be around that corner, man.
he's fine. He's probably got a little chippy forehand.
We saw it first round. You just can't be around that corner.
We saw first round, Andy clanked one off the top of the basket.
Yeah. Look down on top of a basket and see if you think you can make a putt from there. The very top.
Ooh, Germ still got to move. He put one. Get to the left. Stay out of that junk.
Felt like he did it right.
Yeah.
Instead, he's going to be scrambling.
He hadn't been up that far. He probably didn't realize he could have disked down.
Andy going backhand approach. I'm sure purely based on wind.
Yeah.
For that exact reason, right at the end of the flight, that thing took off. Got a skip. Now he's got 20 feet to the raised basket.
Oh,
That'll be a headwind now.
This really got away from Germ here.
Dude, that's a bad place to be.
He got way over there.
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
I knew he was behind that tree, but he's way over there.
Now, this for his par. Please. Come on. After a drive like that, you just can't take a bogey.
No.
He threw that thing 600 feet down there.
That was a working man's par after that drive. That was a healthy bit of chains.
Yep. And that was for Bird. Andy doing his thing, making it look easy, playing boring golf. You know how much fun it is to play boring golf? You're just not stressing, banging putts, moving on, throwing the shots how you wanted. Paul, similar angle to what Parker had. Similar spit out as well, left side. Of course,
You can
not a
see
spit out.
Andrew's not. He's not even worried about keeping it close. It's close to him is like somewhere near the circle.
Can I see it?
Other people stressing about keeping it close. Too much angle on their disc coming in. Just leaking into a tree or something like that.
People are spouting gray hairs over 25 footers, and that man does not care.
No.
Hole 9, last hole in this front 9, is under 600 feet, so you can get aggressive, and it does help to bomb one down there.
Yeah. I wish someone would do it. I threw a decent shot today, and I was like, man, does anybody ever do that?
Come on, Drew.
What about Jake?
We're talking
Jake
about
plays here all the time.
Jakey boy. Jakey boy, formerly known as the horseshoe putter. Andrew, I said it yesterday, being on the right side of this fairway where he's headed is definitely the optimal approach, and that one's getting a little central on him. He's going to have options from there.
I feel like I already know what's going to happen.
He's going to throw the spiky thing you were talking about yesterday? Or?
He's going to throw it near the basket. It doesn't have to be close,
Yeah, it's true. Right?
which is kind of the shot because you can't really park it unless you get kind of tricky with the forehand or something like that.
I mean, that's a great little spot, though. Germ getting so far up there and right.
You could probably jump putt to the basket.
This one's got to hold. or get past it. Oh, oh my goodness. It skipped straight up and then spun out in the same spot. Unbelievable. That's going to be an awkward lie.
Very.
Hold it. Oh, no. It's also going over to that side. Oh, no.
Whoa. No.
That one finding the out of bounds. So not only is he out.
Is it a drop zone?
No, he must have taken it back.
Oh, I see.
He must have just backed up from where the basket was to give himself a bit of an angle, let himself throw this full shot, which gets clipped up. It'll be circle's edge, but
Some great awareness.
almost nothing on it. Germ. Oh,
Punching.
that's a good punch there. That's a nasty cedar.
It's a funky angle.
I spoke about upside down putter shots from the woods. Also had one in that tree. And that's, what are we calling that? Absolutely parked now for Andy?
Yeah.
A drop in. Don't hit your head, Andy. Okay, this is just a putt. That's all Parker had right there. Putting a Firebird or something.
It was pretty much like going out of bounds.
Firebird type disc. Before you start making comments, I'm aware he doesn't throw a Firebird.
I wasn't going to say a thing, man.
Give him that a little bit right there. Now, Paul showing balance and flexibility there.
He wants this one.
Is he a yogi, you think? He's got so much control.
He wanted that.
Is he?
I don't know.
Okay. Yogi Jen was out
It's his
here.
first year on tour. Haven't got to know the guy.
All right. Charm. Good looking putt. Right height. Got the nose down. Just a little left. Andy, this is, I thought it was either 4 feet or 24 feet. It makes no difference.
Unreal.
Does he have a nickname?
He's so relaxed.
We need to give this guy a nickname.
I'm going to call him Mr. Marwede after this.
Right.
He is teaching classes
Call him Daddy.
on how to birdie. I don't know about that.
There you have it. The front nine. Beautiful Persimmon Ridge in the background. Wow, blemishes everywhere. And definitely not as many birdies as we saw yesterday.
And the wind shows up, and this is what the scorecards look like,
Yep.
even from our leader.
Yeah. Parker Welck, bit of a rough start for him. Looking to turn it around on this easier back nine. Definitely a place to get the strokes. If you haven't gotten them here, you can make up for your round. See some guys on lower cards making moves. Vino, Luke Sampson, Nicholas Ontala. We got some big names on this leaderboard.
Let's go.
Drew
Okay.
Gibson on the bottom making some moves.
These guys are familiar with wind.
Yeah. But Mr. Marwede in the lead. For Tall Paul Oman, I'm Luke Humphreys. Thank you guys for watching the 6th annual Persimmon Ridge Retreat coverage brought to you guys by MVP. We'll check you for that back nine.
Bye.